Big news is breaking right now, as Carroll County officially proposes a massive $645 million budget for the 2027 fiscal year. This major plan includes crucial one-time funding for school, road, and park improvements across the county. The Carroll County Board of County Commissioners says this represents an 11.2% increase, with big focus areas including the modernization of the Eldersburg Library and Liberty High School.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next, the automotive world is buzzing after BMW just revealed the updated 2027 M760e. This luxury powerhouse gets an aggressive facelift featuring a brand new grille pattern, and for the first time ever, optional 22-inch wheels straight from the factory. Plus, BMW M boss Frank Van Meel is already showing off the redesigned side mirrors and the boosted 603 horsepower engine. Meanwhile, the financial sector is taking notice as Bancorporation reports an impressive 35% rise in profits for the first quarter of 2026. CEO David Nelson says the company's relationship-building strategy is paying off, with net income hitting $10.6 million while maintaining pristine credit quality. Investors are also watching closely as the board declares a regular quarterly dividend of 25 cents per share. Finally, the tech world is shifting gears as Omni just secured $120 million in Series C funding to build the definitive AI layer for enterprise analytics. Founded by the team behind Looker, Omni has now reached a massive $1.5 billion valuation as it works to help AI agents master complex business data. If you want to keep up with these stories as they develop, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for all the latest updates. Ever wonder where your tax dollars actually go when local government talks about big picture planning? Well, Carroll County just dropped their massive $645 million budget proposal for fiscal year 2027, and it's a doozy. We are talking about an 11.2% jump from last year, and before you sound the alarm bells, the commissioners say a huge chunk of that is actually thanks to a one-time surplus windfall. It is refreshing to see that money being funneled into things we actually use every day, like modernizing Liberty High School, giving the Eldersburg Library a much-needed facelift, and finally tackling those road improvements on Maryland Route 26. But it is not just about concrete and construction. They are also pumping funds into 12 new fire and EMS positions and a pay boost for the state's attorney's office, which is a massive win for public safety and local morale. Now, here is where you come in. The county isn't just making these decisions behind closed doors. You can get your hands on the full proposal starting May 1st at the library or online. They have a whole series of community meetings and public hearings lined up throughout April and May, culminating in a final vote on May 21st. This is your town, and these are your streets and schools, so do not just sit on the sidelines. Head to those meetings, read the proposal, and have your say before the ink dries. After all, if we want our community to thrive, we have to show up when it matters most. Ever wondered what happens when a luxury barge gets a shot of pure adrenaline? Well, BMW just pulled the covers off the 2027 7 Series refresh, and the M760e is stealing the spotlight with some serious attitude. Forget what you knew about the previous generation. This facelift is all about presence. Up front, you're looking at a redesigned grille with horizontal lines that actually span the width of the kidneys, giving it a much wider, more aggressive profile that finally separates the M-Light variants from the standard fleet. But the real showstopper, the wheels. For the first time ever, you can spec this luxury land yacht with massive 22-inch wheels straight from the factory. It transforms the stance entirely. And keep an eye on those mirrors. They've been redesigned with M-colored accents and functional winglets that make the car look like it's carving through the air even when it's standing still. It is those small, obsessive details that show BMW is leaning hard into the M performance identity. Now, under the hood, we are looking at a serious bump in performance. We are talking 603 horsepower. That is a 40-pony jump over the previous version. knocking the 0 to 62 sprint down to just 4.2 seconds. It is a subtle improvement, but in a segment where perfection is the benchmark, those tenths of a second are everything. Inside, you get a cabin that feels more like a cockpit, featuring a redesigned steering wheel with dedicated boost and M-mode buttons that remind you this isn't just a chauffeur's car. It is a driver's machine. As we look toward the future, BMW is also teasing a V8-powered beast that's set to return to the European market, potentially carrying the legendary M760 badge. So, if you want a luxury sedan that doesn't just coddle you in silence, but actually knows how to throw its weight around when the road gets twisty, this might be your new favorite. What do you think? Is the aggressive new styling a step forward, or a bit too much for the boardroom? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for the latest in automotive innovation, and remember, in the world of high-performance luxury, standing still is never an option. Ever wondered why some banks thrive even when the market looks like a total wild card? Let's take a look at West Bancorporation, or WTBA, which just dropped its Q1 2026 earnings. And honestly, the numbers tell a story of quiet, rock-solid consistency. West Bancorporation reported a massive 35% jump in net income, hitting $10.6 million. That brings their diluted EPS to 61 cents, a significant step up from where they were sitting back in Q1 of last year. But here is the stat that really caught my eye. 0. That's right, 0 non-accrual loans. In an industry where credit quality is constantly under the microscope, having a spotless record for 7 consecutive quarters is a major flex. Now, the board is staying the course by maintaining that 25 cents quarterly dividend, which is good news for income-focused investors. But here's the interesting paradox. Despite these clean financials and expanding net interest margins, WTBA's stock price has historically been a bit of a roller coaster, often shrugging off good news or even pulling back when you'd expect a rally. It seems the market is still searching for a clear, directional signal here. And it's worth noting that they've filed a $125 million shelf registration. While they haven't tapped into that capital yet, it gives them serious flexibility to move quickly if the right opportunity, or need, arises. So, is this a case of a stock being undervalued, or is the market just playing it cautious with regional banks right now? It is a classic wait-and-see situation for investors, but you have to respect the discipline in their balance sheet. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories moving your portfolio. What's your take on regional banking right now? Drop a comment below, and let's keep the conversation going. What if your data platform could actually think like a veteran analyst? It sounds like science fiction, but Omni just turned that vision into a billion-dollar reality. The company, founded by the masterminds behind Looker, just locked down a massive $120 million Series C round led by ICO and IQ, catapulting their valuation to a cool $1.5 billion. To put that in perspective, they have more than doubled their valuation from just last year. But why are investors throwing so much cash at them? It comes down to one word: context. We live in an era where anyone can ask an AI a question, but without a shared source of truth, those answers are often wrong or inconsistent. That is where Omni's secret sauce comes in. They have built a semantic layer, essentially a digital rulebook, that ensures your metrics, like revenue or user growth, mean the same thing whether they are being viewed in a dashboard, a spreadsheet, or by an autonomous AI agent. While the tech giants are scrambling to retrofit AI into legacy systems that were never designed for it, Omni built its architecture for this exact moment from day one. They are not just managing data, they are creating institutional memory. With revenue quadrupling over the past year and the company hitting profitability, they are clearly doing something the big guys aren't. They plan to use this fresh capital to supercharge their enterprise sales and get their governed data layer into every AI agent's hands. If the future of work is automated, Omni is aiming to be the brain that keeps that automation honest. Are we entering the age of the self-governed data enterprise? Let me know your take in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of analytics, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Data is the new oil, but context is the new intelligence. Don't get left behind.